Good morning. So yesterday I was having dinner with a friend and I asked him, would you rather die at 80 and be bald or die at 60 and have hair? And the choice for me was quite obvious. I would die at 60 and have hair, because why would I want to be bald? But his wife was there, and their answer intrigued me because they brought up something I never thought about before. They thought it would be better to live longer because they might have kids or grandkids. And that got me thinking, are single people worth less than married people? I think that single people are worth less. They're not worthless, but they aren't worth as much as married people. And your first reaction was probably like, no way, everyone's equal. Like, it doesn't matter if you're single or married. But I think that deep down, you believe that single people are worth less than married people. Like, if you heard on the news that some 60-year-old single man got murdered, you'd probably think that was pretty sad and pretty unfortunate. But if you heard on the news that some 60-year-old grandparent of 5 got murdered, you'd be outraged and you'll be like, how could he kill a grandparent, right? That's because you think the grandparent is worth more. Because he has a family. He's married, he has children, he has grandchildren, and he is worth more than just a single man of the same age. Likewise, if there were 2 guys who needed a heart transplant, and one of them was that 60-year-old single guy, and the other guy was the man with the wife and the kids and the grandkids, you would want the heart transplant to go to the guy with the family. That's because the person who has a family is worth more than the single person. And I think society treats single people as worth less too. Like, if you're single, they always think that you're not complete yet, and someday you'll be married. And if you're not, then there's something wrong with you. And the government treats single people worse too. Single people are taxed more than married people. They're probably thinking that single people don't need money. They're single. They're just like one person, but a family has like other people to feed and take care of, so they should get more money back. But actually, single people should be charged the same amount of tax or less because they have it worse off. But the cost of living is basically the same for 1 or 2 people. Because if I'm living in an apartment, I would pay the same rent and the same mortgage. It doesn't matter if 1 person or 2 people live here. I would pay the same internet. I don't have to pay for 2 internets because there's 2 people, or 4 internets because there's 4 people. If you have a family of 6 or a family of 1, you still pay the same cost for internet or cable, and it costs the same to heat the place. It's not like I'll absorb more heat if like I have a huge family and each one of us absorbs more heat. You just have to have the same temperature and it heats everyone. So it doesn't matter if you're 1 person or 8 people. And the food costs are very similar. Most of the time I can't buy the bulk size. Like, if you buy a jug of milk, if you buy a 2-liter jug of milk, it's like 3 something. If you buy a 4-liter, it's like 4 something. So for $1 more, you get double. So if you had more people, you can be a lot more cost effective. And that's the same for most types of food. So for a slightly bit more money, you can pay for like the living cost of extra people. But then you get double the salary. So you have twice the money and just like 10% more of the cost. So I think single people actually should get more tax break because we don't have anyone to help out. We have to pay for everything ourselves. We have to do all the chores, and there's no one to help us. Also, they think single people don't need to spend money on kids, and that families need more money because they have like children to take care of. But your children are going to take care of you too later. Like, if I'm 60 and single, and I'm on the street, nobody's going to give a crap. I'm just going to be a hobo, and I'm going to like die up there. But after you raise those kids, and you're 60, and you're on the street, your kids are going to help you out. So you have like a safety net. You have a network of support. And single people have to rely on themselves. And what we earn now has to last like for the rest of our lives because we're not going to get any help. I also think that single people live more selfish lives, not because we're more selfish, it's just because we don't have to think about anyone else. Like today, it's like, what time is it? It's like 2:30 and I'm still in my pajamas and I just woke up. It doesn't matter when I wake up. I don't have to bring my kids to soccer practice or anything. I didn't even eat lunch yet because it doesn't matter. Like, for my meals, I eat when I'm hungry. I'll eat whatever I want. I don't have to think about anyone else. Just like I didn't have to think about anyone else when I was trying to decide if I would live longer and be bald or if I would die sooner and have hair. All of my decisions, I just have to worry about me and I don't have to think about anyone else. But I also think that it makes life more meaningless because after you've, like, if every meal you eat what you want, like, and you have no one to worry about, so you can do whatever you want, after like a couple decades, or even less, you're going to get bored. And what are you going to do? Like, all your friends are going to be out there raising kids, then they'll be like raising grandkids, and you'll still be there. And I think you can only eat and do whatever you want for so long, and it gets old. Like right now, I don't really want to eat anything, and I don't have any cravings because every meal I choose what I want to eat. It's not like I have to compromise or anything. And it's nice for a bit, but then after a while, it's like, who cares? It doesn't matter anymore. You've like eaten all your favorite foods like so many times. Why do you have to eat it again, right? I think that's about it. I don't have anything more to say. If you have any thoughts, please comment or do a video response. If you're wondering why I'm dressed like this today, these are actually my pajamas. I'll just ignore that. Well, my shirt... It's Matt Chang. I think I'm going to ignore him, and I'm going to finish this video first. Sorry, Matt. Anyways, yes. This shirt says weagree.ca, if you can read it. I don't know if you can because the quality is pretty bad. weagree.ca actually doesn't exist anymore. This morning I looked it up on GoDaddy to see if it was available, and it's available. So if anyone wants to buy that website, I'll be advertising it every time I go to sleep. Bye.